Hello, my friends. Good day to you. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ojola for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode, I want us to talk about focusing on what we do best. Focusing on what we do best. Before I tell you the quote that we anchor today's podcast on, I just want to re-emphasize this. Life becomes cumbersome, life becomes tougher when what you're trying to achieve is what someone else is trying to achieve. It becomes gruesome when you live consistently comparing yourself to others. I think it was Paul that wrote in one of his letters in the scriptures that when we compare ourselves with ourselves, that is foolishness. That we are not wise if all we can do is compare ourselves with ourselves. So it is important that you think very well before you start comparing your life to others, before you start looking at the 27, 28, 35, 26, 22 year olds around you that in your mind are doing well for themselves, and practically they might be doing well for themselves. But one thing I want you to know is that you never know the whole story of someone's life. You never, and when I say that, I'm not saying maybe they are into something bad. No, I'm saying might be into something very good that you are not privileged to be born into, to be led into. So it's not bad. It's a very good thing for them that they started life maybe in the middle of the ladder and you are in the trenches. It's okay. That's how life is. So it's important for you to know the whole story before you start comparing yourself to others. Because by comparing yourself to others, you're not wise. Because most times we only compare ourselves to the reels, to the summary that we see, or to the summary that they want us to see, or even the summary that they tell us about. You don't know the full details of what is behind the scene, good and bad. All right, it's important that you think about what I'm saying right now. You don't know the full details of what is happening to the people that you are comparing your life to. And I'm not saying it in a bad way, because many of us are so focused and hypnotized by bad news that when I say things like that, we only think, maybe they are doing something bad. No, they might be even doing something good that you don't know about. That maybe when you know about the good things they are doing, it will change your perception about them. It will change your perception about yourself, that you know that the kind of hard work this guy is putting into his labor, I can't do that shit. The kind of work rate that this man, this woman is putting into their business, I'm not cut out for this. Then you'll be able to put your life in perspective and cut your clothes according to your faith. You cut your coat according to your faith. The belief that you have about yourself will overall determine how your life will pan out. So, having said that, I want you to focus on what you are good at. Don't be distracted, which is the anchor for today. Don't be distracted from what you do best by trying to do what others do best. Do you get that? Do not be distracted from what you do best by trying to do what others do best. It doesn't make sense. You are not a good swimmer. You can only do one or two, whatever. You are not an Olympic qualified swimmer. You will kill yourself in the water trying to achieve what Michael Phelps achieve. It's impractical for you. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's possible that it's even impossible, because it's just impractical for you to be that, because the guy has started maybe since when he was 6 years old, or whatever time he started swimming. You started when you were 13 or 14. The guy might have been putting 12, 18 hours every single day practicing, while you are only doing 3 hours, 2 hours, or even 30 minutes. You cannot compare yourself with Usain Bolt. The guy runs. That's what he does. He practiced running for hours so that he will win gold medal in seconds. He practiced for years for a run that he will do only in minutes. that is impractical for you to compare yourself with this life that I want to win. You can desire that, all right? I'm not saying you cannot desire it. You can desire that, but you must also be practical. Is it going to work for you? What do you do best? Identify that and focus on that. I think that's more practical. I think that's more wise. I think that is more wisdom when you identify what you are good at and try your best to be better at them. I wrote something down. I said, be better at what you do best. All right? Be better at what you do best. That is your shortcut to success. That is the only shortcut I believe you have to succeed in. Be better every single day, determined to be better at what you are good at. Be better at what you are best at. Be better at what you're good at. If you wire your brain like that, you won't even worry about what other people are doing, because today you will know. Like yesterday, I published one book under my pen name on Amazon. That is, I believe I am good at writing one or two things, talking about that. So I do it. I'm sending you a podcast right now. I believe I'm good in communicating my thoughts like this in mindset transformation space. I am doing it. Am I getting traction? Little by little, the rain is dropping inside my bucket and is filling up. All right, is filling up from 0 followers on Telegram to 60, is filling up. Before you know it, 60,000. It will happen because I am consistently doing what I'm good at. All right, so it's important. And see, let me just give you 2 things or 3 on how you can become best at what you do. Work on yourself. All right, work on yourself. That's even if you have a day job. That's where people miss it. When they have a day job or whatever job you're doing, they focus on the job. They're trying to be better on the job and forgot about themselves. When you work on yourself, when you work on being better as a human being, your job will respond to you. You will naturally be better at your job, whatever your job is. You're a mechanic, you are into business or fashion, whatever your job is. When you work on bettering yourself, you become better on your job. It is mutually inclusive. It happens like that. All right, consistently put yourself into situations where you will be stretched, where others dream of, where you will be stretched, you will be challenged. Don't just sit on your lazy assets and kind of wish that you are something. Consistently put yourself in situations that will demand your grace, situations that will demand your skills, situations that will demand your purpose, situations that will demand your talents. If you don't put yourself in those situations, you won't know what you're capable of. You won't know what you're capable of. Don't copy other people, all right? That's the essence of this podcast. Let other people try to emulate or copy you. Don't copy other people, okay? Let other people try to emulate and copy you. And finally, here, stay in love with the process. Love the process of growth. Love the process of growth. And one of the ways you can love the process of growth is to remind yourself why you are doing this. Love the process of growth by reminding yourself why you started your business in the first place, why you started going for your master's in the first place, why you took the job in the first place, why you got into the relationship in the first place, why you give birth to kids in the first place, why you're trying to earn extra $30,000 yearly in the first place. It's important for you not to forget why you started. Stay in love with the process. So, do not be distracted from what you do best by trying to do what others do best. It's just impractical and it lacks wisdom. Thank you for listening to me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift. I will talk to you later. Bye.